Michael Anderson with Specialty Archery. In today's video we're going to go over our recommended method of tying in and aligning a peep sight. I have a new bow here that has the string separator for the bowstring. That's where you're going to separate the two halves of the bowstring to install your peep sight. And what I like to do is pull the bow back while I'm using that as a reference for the vertical location of the peep. Might be hard to see on the video, but the string is right here. And when I come to full draw, I can see that that is going to be pretty close to the initial location for installing the peep into the bowstring. You don't want to have to look up the string or look down the string. It should just be right in the front of your eye when you're holding your full draw position naturally. This bow, I'm going to use one of our 1/4 inch large non-hooded peeps. I'm going to go ahead and open the packaging here. I've already got the bow in the press. I'm going to take the tension off the limbs. And in the first part of the video, I determined that the pretty close to the starting point is going to be where this string separator was tied in. So I'm going to place the peep at that location. That up and out of the way. Some tension on the bowstring. Make sure everything's still in the tracks here before we let it back down. Put the tension back into the limbs. Now that we've got the peep in the string, we're going to draw it back again and check positioning. Location there is pretty close to where I think I want it. However, you can see the peep is not aligned correctly. So before we do any shooting with the bow, we want to make sure that peep is tied into the string. When we just saw when I was at full draw, we noticed the peep was rotated slightly to the left on the top side. So we know we need to rotate the peep to the right slightly. You can either do that by rotating, taking it off and doing it on the bottom, or doing it on the top. I'm going to choose to do it on the top here. Make sure our press is correct. I'm going to take this off, and I'm only going to go a half a turn. Pull it off the peg here. Like I said, we know we need to go just a half a turn this way. We put everything back on the cam, we'll see where we end up. Okay, we've put a half twist in the top. Looks like that's going to be about the right amount. We'll take a look at it here again at full draw. You see that's pretty close. That's going to be pretty close to square with my eye. Doesn't feel like I have to go down the string or up the string. The peep's in the right position vertically. The rotation looks pretty good. That's going to be pretty close. You can fine-tune the last little bit of rotation by moving your D-loop one way or the other as well. But for the most part, we'll check it again. This one's going to be pretty close to done. That'll work. The last thing that we're going to go over is if you're going to be using a clarifier, verifier, or aperture, we're going to show you how to install it into the peep housing, and as well as making sure it's tight. So I've got my reducer here. This was a 1/4 inch peep. All the 1/4 inch peeps come with a reducer. It wouldn't matter if this was a clarifier, verifier, or an aperture. Put it on our wrench. When you thread these in, you want to make sure they're threaded all the way fully to where the back of the aperture, verifier, or clarifier is flush with the back of the peep. To make sure it is sufficiently snug. It's also important to note you should do this every time before you begin shooting. This is Michael Anderson for Specialty Archery. Thanks for watching.